Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley and wanted to wish everyone a very happy holiday and a very prosperous new year. And I was thinking back over the past year of home runs that have been hit down here at Apter's Alley and at OneWrestling.com. The first home run way out of the ballpark was Big Ray's creation of the Big Slam Nation. Absolutely amazing. The other huge home run was the partnership that is still developing between OneWrestling.com and WrestleZone. So two major things happening, much more going on in the new year. I want to thank everyone out there for supporting OneWrestling.com, the Big Slam Nation, and also my book, Is Wrestling Fixed? I didn't know it was broken. On sale at Amazon, your favorite bookstores. So, Apter's Alley, you'll be seeing lots more in the upcoming year. This is Bill Apter for everyone here at OneWrestling.com. The future looks great. All that is left to say is right now it's time for the Big Slam Nation, and we'll see you at the matches.
Looks like this match is over. He's about to hit him with a big slam.
Thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
The freaking we're gonna start recording, guys.
Cool.
Don't say anything.
Big guys.
What is it with you and the big guy talk? How are we supposed to be professional?
Feed me more.
Just don't breathe in your mic.
What's wrong with that?
What was that?
What the hell did I come back to?
Bad noise.
I don't know. Listen, A-Track, are you done vomiting? All right, you ready, guys?
Cosby for 3.
Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Slam Nation episode number 11. It is the holiday special. You know who I am. I am the Mark of the Masses, the man with the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk some wrestling today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by almost the entire cast of Big Slam Nation. First and foremost, I want to thank Bill Apter for that unbelievable intro, wishing everybody a good year, talking really cool stuff about Big Slam Nation, about WrestleZone Radio, about all the partnerships we're going to have here at OneWrestling.com. Really cool, guys. I'm sorry, we're not going to have You Got the Show, Bill Schuyler. Follow him on Twitter at You Got the Show. He's not going to be here because he's got to work really early in the morning. It really sucks slaving for the man. But I want to introduce the crew here. We're going to start off with the Enigma, the guy I call the Enigma. He is the Nature Boy. Fame Black. Stop shaking your head. You are an enigma.
Just because your simple ass can't figure me out. It's just don't. What? And I mean, I'm an enigma. Okay,
Listen,
Nature Boy, Fame Black signing in.
You know what? You're an enigma, and you are annoying.
I had fame figured out a long time ago.
Really?
Not an enigma.
Was that pre-sex change or post? Anyway, so now we move on to the Professor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is Anthony Quintana, a.k.a. the Professor Quintana. You can follow him on Twitter at PROFPW Hustle. Say what's up to the fans, buddy.
In the immortal words of Eddie Murphy from Trading Places, Medinudia! Thank you.
It's my line.
And then we'll move.
I took it.
Then we'll move on to A-Track Brown, the dirtiest in the city, as he is called by Billy Ray Valentine. A-Track Brown, you can follow him on Twitter at Pharaoh Fancy. What's up, A-Track?
Ho, 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 ho.
Is that all you have planned for the holiday?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Mr.
Call
Connor.
him what he wants to be called.
What's that?
I said you call him what he wants to be called.
All right. You know what? We're going to stop this right now. From now on, I will not call you an enigma. I will call you the Nature Boy, Fame Black, because apparently everything comes natural to you. Is that good? Is that what you wanted?
You take the apparently part out. All right, I did that for you. And then just continue from there.
All right, I'm going to chin check myself. And then we have from
Or I
Boston.
will.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look how mad he is. Look at his face.
You know, Ray, you still got a whole year to call Fame Black the Enigma, so wait till 2016.
Look at his face.
All right, so yeah. Then we have Connor, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. Are you from Boston, Massachusetts, Connor?
Just about.
And what did we call you, Mr.?
Okay, Fabe.
I love when you do that, brother. It actually makes me feel all warm in my cockles. Anyway, and then we have my cockles. You know what cockles are?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so why are we going to this like all weird place?
Look, okay,
Oh,
face,
you meant
face.
cockles. Oh, sorry. I
Cockles,
heard
yes,
something.
cockles of my heart. Anyway, and then we have a gentleman that is synonymous with OneWrestling.com. He also covers Raw, so on and so forth. We have Billy Ray Valentine. You can follow him on Twitter at Billy Ray Hustle. Say what's up to the people, Billy Ray.
What's going on, everybody? It's Billy Ray Valentine. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever else tickles your fancy this time around.
Hold on, what about Kwanzaa?
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. There you go. Cover all the bases.
Fully
Happy
covered.
Kwanzaa.
Listen, guys, I wanted to make this kind of a fun show. It's a holiday show. I didn't want to take this really too serious. I mean, there really isn't a whole bunch of wrestling news. In my opinion, Raw, well, kind of sucked.
Raw was an enigma, unlike Fame Black.
So yes, it was not like Fame Black. Was not.
It
an
was
enigma.
the Slammies. You gotta
Hold on,
relax.
hold on. What about
It's
Super
Slammy.
SmackDown? Did you find Super SmackDown? Anything super about SmackDown?
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
I had things to do.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Because you are the nature boy, and everything comes natural to you, especially going out.
If anybody followed me on Snapchat, they would see I had a hell of a night.
Do you
Great.
want to discuss your plans, or you want to leave that in private conversation?
Listen, anybody want to know anything, it'll come naturally to them.
Yes, it will. Listen, guys. First, I want to give a big shout out to a gentleman that has his birthday on December 26th. He actually asked me. This guy is one of the biggest supporters of Big Slam Nation, OneWrestling.com. Josh Floberg. He goes by TN Couponer. Yes, you can follow him on Twitter at TN Couponer. I hope I'm saying that right. That's TNCOUPONER. Am I correct? Is that TN Couponer?
Sounds about right.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
guys,
right to
listen,
me.
first and foremost, I want to thank you so much, dude. You are one of the best in the world at supporting us here at OneWrestling.com. So we want to all wish you a happy birthday, and that's pretty cool. The guy has a birthday December 26th. Happy birthday to Mr. Josh.
Capricorn's in the house.
Capricorn's in the house. So listen,
Happy birthday to one of the biggest Slamites out there.
he is absolutely one of the biggest Slamites. Now, look, we're going to jump into WWE Raw and the Slammies, but before we do that, I just wanted to ask you guys, it being the holidays and a lot of people do celebrate Christmas, do you guys have any, I don't know, like things that kind of stick out to you, like any memories, pro wrestling memories of Christmas shows, so on and so forth? Anything just fun, to throw it out there.
I remember ECW when 911 chokeslammed Santa Claus. And then how WWE copied that with Stone Cold Steve Austin giving the Stone Cold Stunner to Santa Claus. So that's the memories I have.
Wasn't that
During the
Santa Claus?
Christmas
Wasn't
time.
that Santa Claus? Wasn't that Balls Mahoney?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
That Santa Claus was Balls Mahoney. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about holiday specials? You don't really remember them because I said, you know what? Let me not go into the internet. I don't want to go and do any research, and I couldn't remember anything except for maybe Mick Foley coming out as Santa Claus, and like you said, Stone Cold Stunning. I mean, anybody else have any? Like,
I do have a recent memory, that dumb, stupid angle where Alberto Del Rio hit
He ran over Santa Claus.
oh, that's
and Sean
Oh,
Cena
yeah, I
was
forgot about that.
Santa! Dumbest thing I ever seen.
And then somehow he miraculously came back. He's like, oh, he's fine.
all right. So that's the dumbest thing you ever
What?
seen. It wasn't the whole Vince McMahon exploding in the car and then the next day coming back and talking about Chris Benoit.
That was just as dumb. But this, as far as holidays we're talking about, it was the dumbest thing as far as holidays. It was just stupid. It made no sense. And at that time, Alberto Del Rio was supposed to be a freaking face.
He was the one.
He was a heel for a night.
He was it. He was here for a night.
All right, Billy Ray Valentine. You have
I mean, he
any,
wasn't a heel. He didn't mean to hit Santa Claus. He just happened to do it, and nobody gave him any slack.
So that's why he didn't come back with the limo this time around. I knew there was a reason.
Good point, Billy Ray Valentine. Do you have any Christmas memories, holiday memories?
I don't. Much like you, I don't remember any of this stuff. Mostly, I'm not even watching. It's just on in the background during the holidays. But I will say this. when Alberto Del Rio ran over Santa Claus, my son was watching. And every time Alberto Del Rio comes out, he says, that's the guy that ran over Santa Claus.
And it has to be a Hispanic.
That's what he says.
Yeah, we all know it was Yoshitatsu who hit Santa Claus. We're going to leave that alone.
Who will be doing commentary at Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Yes, he will.
English commentary.
Did we just lose somebody? Or no, somebody just sent me a message. All right, just do me a favor, guys. Don't start sending any pornography and pictures of anything right now. I don't need that.
No promises.
All right, so we're gonna move
Just
on.
right now, though, right?
Yeah, just right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put it in the queue.
Yeah, please do that. Now we had the Slammies. I think they got some things right. I mean, how serious do we take, Professor? How serious do we take this show? How serious do we take the Slammies?
I don't take it seriously at all. I think some of the winners, the first thing I didn't like was some of the winners weren't even there. When you have like John.
Good point. I want you to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, like when you have like Rock and Ronda Rousey winning an award, I forgot what the category was, but that everybody's accepting the award for everybody else. It just didn't make sense to me. They should have fixed the awards. I should have. I hate to say that WWE should have fixed the awards.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
And Kevin Owens not winning Breakout Star of the Year, that is a travesty of injustice. I mean, I like Neville, but Kevin Owens should have been Breakout Star of the Year.
They should have fixed the awards.
Yes, they should have fixed the awards. Do it right, like they do in the.
We should have elected a president.
All right, okay, Fabe. What did you think about the show? What did you think about the awards? What did you think about Seth Rollins being the superstar? Do you want to start from the bottom, or do you want to start? I mean, we had Breakout Star of the Year, Neville. Really?
What did he do?
Over Kevin Owens and over Charlotte?
Yeah, that was my only. No disrespect, but like, what did really Neville? Didn't really do a whole hell of a lot this year. Like
he had a WWE title shot. I was on Monday Night Raw. That's all I got.
Almost beat John Cena.
Hey, he almost beat John Cena.
He almost did.
He challenged for 2 titles this year.
I stand corrected. He does deserve it.
All right, listen. Out of all the votes, and I'm actually looking at them right now. Diva of the Year, I think Nikki Bella, hands down. Billy Ray Valentine. I think Nikki Bella should have definitely won that. I think she carried that division most of the year. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, sure, but no one says Sasha Banks. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't Sasha Banks win the award? First off, she's not on the main roster. Second, she's not a diva. She's still a wrestler. Okay, so if we're going to go by that, Nikki Bella is without a doubt, hands down, the Diva of the Year, right? She held that title forever and ever and ever. And she elevated... No, let me not say that. She held the title forever and ever and ever.
She revolutionized it.
So she should have been it. She won it, rightfully so. And back to Neville. Let me go back to Neville real quick. The reason he won it is because he does that Falcon Arrow or whatever. What the hell is it called?
Red Arrow.
The Red Arrow.
Red Arrow.
He does the Red Arrow.
What the hell's a Falcon Arrow?
The Falcon Arrow.
Falcon Punch.
Seth Rollins does that sometimes. But yeah, he does that. He does that ridiculous move off top.
Splash.
And no. The Falcon Arrow is something different. You should know this, A-Track Brown.
How dare you,
Are you
A-Track?
covering New Japan for us?
I thought you were.
Are you covering New Japan for us later?
I thought you were mistaking it for the Phoenix Splash.
Well, the first thing you should know is that Billy Ray Valentine is almost never wrong. You should
no, you got to drop your point right there. Right there. When you stumble mid-sentence saying you're never ever wrong, you got to drop the point.
Go look at the Apter Cup standings, and then you drop.
Oh, you're going to go back to that garbage.
Garbage. Low blow like an Undertaker move right now.
Listen,
Go on.
I agree with Nikki Bella being the Diva of the Year. Go ahead.
Right, I'm going to go to Fame Black real quick. Fame, now we have
Yes,
Rivalry of the Year.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar won that rivalry. Now, do you disagree where I feel that John Cena Rusev was a much bigger rivalry that had a hell of a lot more going behind it?
No, I don't agree with you at all.
Do you think Brock Lesnar or Undertaker?
Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, definitely. I mean, that... The significance of Undertaker coming back and not being the dead man, being like an old man or cowboy or whatever it is you want to call him. And having the Dr. Fraser Crane haircut and all this nonsense, and he's low blowing people. I mean, Undertaker just doesn't care anymore, and that's the kind of Undertaker I always wanted to see back when he was doing the midlife crisis bit. American Badass. So yeah, and Brock Lesnar's a beast. So I was with it.
All right. Okay. Do you think? Well, actually, let me go to A-Track. A-Track. Do you think that maybe they should have thrown Sasha Banks versus? Oh my God! Versus what's their champion's name?
Charlotte?
No, not Charlotte.
Bayley.
The NXT rivalry. Don't you think that would have been thrown in there?
It's
Well,
not the NXT.
it is called the WWE Slammy Awards. It's not called the Raw Slammy Awards.
I'm sorry. NXT. Yeah. Well, I mean, NXT
So-
is a part of WWE, isn't it?
Exactly. So, not that I even really gave a damn about this whole night, but I'll be a good guy tonight and pretend to.
It's the holiday. It's the holiday.
Yeah. So, Nikki Bella, I guess, it made sense to give it to her because at the end of the day, taking away out of NXT, what did Sasha Banks really do on the main roster? Not a damn thing. So, personally, I would just give it to Paige, but yeah, Nikki Bella was the champion for 200, 300, whatever days. And, she comes out dressing like, she belongs to the Godfather. And
Oh, she looked great. No.
Fantastic.
She looked absolutely
It was-
fantastic. I agree with Fame.
it was tacky, and she looked tacky in it.
Tacky?
It was
No,
tacky.
not by far.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. If my woman came out dressed in that outfit, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be there.
Well, I would hope your lady will come out in that outfit in the privacy of your own home. If my lady came
absolutely.
out, I'd be chasing her down the block with
So
a
would I.
So, she's obviously gonna have some fun without trying to see that.
Ooh, train.
But anyway, I didn't, it was what it was for me as far as that award was concerned, or all of them. The people were the ones who voted for it. So,
Because they have a voice.
they have a voice in the WWE.
Awesome.
So,
Something gives me the feeling that you guys don't believe that those votes were real.
Well,
What are
this
you
is like
talking about?
No. I do believe the votes are real.
the votes were real,
It would be a lot easier to take you seriously if you guys didn't do these like air quotes.
What air
They're
quotes?
like- Yeah, I don't know
It makes me like believe.
going like this. We might have some
The
definitely-
realest vote was the Kalisto winning the Slammy.
But I thought the feud of the year, in my opinion, was Roman Reigns versus the fans, and Roman Reigns.
You know
Roman
what?
Reigns
You know what?
came out on top. didn't he?
Oh.
No, that feud isn't over yet.
Well, as far as the year is concerned, it's over right now.
It's over.
Billy Ray Valentine.
Or Romans versus the mic.
Billy Ray Valentine, the absolute travesty.
That's ongoing.
The absolute travesty. That freaking tag team of the year. I could say that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro had a better year than the Usos. I would say that the Lucha Dragons had a better team than the Usos, better year than the Usos. But I don't think any tag team in the WWE this damn year, and I was angry about this, had a better year than the Unicorns themselves, the New Day.
The Usos weren't even in the WWE for like 6 months.
Like hurt.
So I just don't understand that. Like this is the argument. This is the argument for having for the votes not being rigged. Because why would they do something this stupid? But I mean, I guess
So we can know that it's not. So we can know that it's not rigged.
There it is again.
yeah.
What are you talking about, Fame?
It's almost an enigma.
Oh.
Could be.
He doesn't
Not
like
like Fame
No?
Black.
High five? No.
You.
I don't think Fame likes that word. No, but seriously, okay.
I word now. It's gonna start setting me off.
I mean, is there anyone who can actually justify the Usos being tag team of the year?
I don't
Yes.
think the Usos could justify
Every
the
single
Usos.
little kid grabbed their parents' phone.
Really? You think so?
That's what happened.
You think
Listen,
Aiden
the
snuck my cell phone and started voting?
Probably.
The Usos won tag team of the year to make Roman Reigns look strong. There you go.
Good explanation. I like
At
it.
least you justified it, fam. That was right. That's the right call.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
But this
That's
isn't
all-
fixed,
that's all we
though.
need.
Who would vote against the New Day?
But this isn't fixed. The New Day, see, I don't agree with that. That's why I do think that these votes were fixed. Because the New Day is not only over by us wrestling marks, but the kids love them. The kids are running around with the freaking phallic dildos on their heads. I mean, like, seriously.
Yeah, well, here's the
See
thing.
them
Here's
sword
why.
fight. It's amazing.
Here's why you can still say it's fixed. Number one, the New Day is over. They're not really supposed to be liked by these people. Had the New Day would have won those tag team of the year or whatever, people would have went nuts and everybody would have been cheering. We're not supposed to really cheer them. That's why, when people start to scream New Day rocks and it's apparent that they're saying New Day rocks, the New Day is saying, oh, you're saying New Day sucks, or you hear it from the commentary. It reminds me of when I went to see Shotgun Saturday Night, and the people were saying Farouk is on fire, and then they started screaming boring. And then you watch it on TV, Vince McMahon goes, you see, the people are bored. They're bored with the Nation of Domination. But when you were there, they were saying boring because they were bored with the match. So we're not supposed to like the New Day. So you give the tag teams to the Usos so the New Day can cut a promo about how they should have won, and it further moves their whole, heel tag team because they're not faces and they're not supposed to be faces.
Go ahead, Billy Ray.
May I, just for a second, I remember that Shotgun Saturday Night. It was at Penn Station. They had it at Penn Station. It was a free show. I showed up. I don't know if Professor showed up to that. Did you show up to that?
No, unfortunately not.
And I know A-Track showed up, and the crowd was so bored that they all just started making chants. This is the beginning of all that, and they started chanting.
They did not.
Farouk is on fire. They were like, Farouk is on fire. And Farouk was just looking around, and he was like, then he started getting into it. He was supposed to be a heel.
Like, damn.
And he dug it.
Anybody? No?
Yep.
It was awesome. That was an awesome night. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just. All right, right now, I got to share something with you guys. Remember how we were talking about, A-Track was talking about how Brie, came dressed, kind of like...
Looking hot?
I just got an amazing picture on my phone for my woman.
I want to see that.
Don't show that. I don't want to see that.
I'm going to show you.
It looked like you were about to.
Show. This is a PG show.
Like legit. Like, it stopped me in my tracks, guys. Okay? What?
Right. Where is your professionalism? We stayed up till midnight to be here to record for you, and you checking your phone for booty pics?
Okay, here we go. Let me tell you something.
It is
on Christmas Eve.
Number one.
On Christmas Eve.
Number one. Oh God, please don't trip the wire. We're gonna drop the show again.
Yeah, I remember last time that happened.
Yeah. Now, number one. Let me explain something to you, okay? Professional. You want to talk about me being professional, but yet, did you watch the freaking Slammies?
Yes.
What was professional about that whole damn show?
I mean, the structure was great. I loved it. I loved the presenters. I mean, Mark Henry had one of the best acceptance speeches when it was for John Cena winning an award.
All right, okay. I'm going to throw this to you. And I want you to give me an intelligent and kind of quirky answer if you can.
Yeah.
That award that was sponsored by Coca-Cola, okay, was possibly the most important award of the evening if you really, really think about it. This is the charitable work that is done by the superstars. This is, I guess, the realest award. And number one, in my opinion, Titus O'Neil should have won that damn award. Because if you guys do not know what Titus O'Neil does for the homeless people, what he does for the children, what he does for the community, Titus O'Neil doesn't have the name John Cena behind him, but Titus O'Neil, and I'm ranting a little bit, Titus O'Neil does a hell of a lot of work. And I'm not saying John Cena doesn't do work, but I think Titus O'Neil deserves a hell of a lot more. Okay, Fabe, give me your opinion on the fact that John Cena didn't even show up to that damn award show.
It's simple. We couldn't see him.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go.
Where's the drum set?
You walked into that one. I'm sorry. That really kind of confused me, though. I don't know why you have probably the most important award there that's outside the context of WWE. It's sponsored by Coca-Cola, one of the, if not the most major brand that's being sponsored through WWE in their entire company history, and
nothing.
He doesn't show up.
Well, you know what?
Could have been a real vote.
No, even if they know who won ahead of time, even if it was a real vote or a real vote or a fixed vote, so they could have had him come on regardless. But I mean, the whole thing is
you voted that night.
What was it that night?
Yeah, it was like
they said that the votes were going in that night.
Yeah, I mean, why else would they do that? Right,
that night.
John Cena could have came back. John Cena could have came back a week early to take that award.
Considering you have John Cena coming back next week to fight Del Rio, I would have at least pushed it up for A, the Slammies, and especially B for that award.
No, but I mean, if when he comes back, I think they want to make it like a big deal. Like if he comes back the week before to pick up a Slammy, it's not a big deal that he's back wrestling.
No,
So
he
when
would have
he's
had to
surprise
wrestle that
factor,
match
though.
last night. He would have had to wrestle that match on Monday.
But yeah, but at least give the surprise factor at least a week's build rather than just like, oh, by the way, Cena's coming back. Like,
I mean, do you guys think that the Slammy Awards, even though, look, when I was a kid, I used to love the Slammy Awards. I thought it was one of the coolest things in the world.
But it
Owen
was
Hart.
different.
Owen Hart.
Yeah, that's my favorite speech. Everybody's favorite speech. But it was different. Like it was built on a different. It was at like 11 o'clock. So as a kid, you had to stay up to watch it. It was on a different thing altogether, which is its own little half-hour show. I think it was a half hour, right?
Yeah.
It was an hour. It was an hour.
It
Actually.
was an hour.
So, I mean, it was a different deal. It wasn't during Monday Night Raw. You're expecting something else. And, you know, everybody's hurt. All the top stars are hurt or they're doing something. Anybody that actually expected Ronda Rousey and The Rock to come out, come on, really? Or if you expected Brock Lesnar to come out, come on. I mean, that doesn't even make sense for Brock Lesnar's character to come out.
I expected him to be there because it was Minnesota. That's the only reason why I expected him to be there.
Brock
same.
to accept the Slammy? Really? Brock Lesnar?
Not so much. No, not so much. Listen, I didn't think he was going to accept the Slammy. I thought Paul Lee would accept it, of course. I just thought he'd come out later, like
and hurt somebody.
or just stand there. He doesn't even have to say anything. He just has to stand there.
Nope.
He's Brock Lesnar. He can stand in the ring while Paul Lee accepts his award at the podium, and all Brock Lesnar has to do is just stand there.
Time
and
out.
people chant Suplex City.
We haven't heard much from the professor. Professor, I want to hear your thought process on this.
You know, nostalgically, my best Slammy Award moments were from 1987 when you had the Honky Tonk Man singing.
Yes.
And you had Vince McMahon singing Stand Back, the best song ever out of the WWE's history.
That shit
But,
is hilarious.
You know, for all the air quotes of fixing the votes, I mean, what they should really have done was have videotape acceptance speeches by John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
I agree.
You know what? You could have at least done that. It could have at least, helped the fans just see them on the screen and just accept the awards.
Great point.
You can prepare for for every scenario, and WWE dropped the ball on that. That's all I will say.
Great point. So all in all, my question to you guys, I'm going to ask Fame. I'm going to start with Fame. You have anything to say, Fame?
No. I said that is a good point.
Okay, cool.
They could have had pre-recorded one.
And that's, you know what, it's funny that you mentioned it, man. Not even hindsight. I was actually thinking that, like, even though Mark Henry is, the WWE needs to use this guy when he retires in some form of fashion, because I think Mark Henry is an extremely intelligent man, and he's real. I've met Mark Henry on many occasions. I've eaten ribs in a barbecue place with Mark Henry and Peter, and I swear, man, this guy is one of the smartest guys, but he's real. He will tell you straight up. If he don't like you, he will tell you to your face. But this guy can be utilized. He really cares about children. I think he will be great working, with all those foundations WWE works with. I'm going off on a tangent because, what the funny thing is that the one thing I got out of all of this is that I feel like the Slammies have kind of passed us by, and I think they would have to restructure it. Maybe if they make it an actual award show on the WWE Network again.
Yeah.
I mean,
that might be good. That's a really good idea. I mean, I didn't know it was like that when you guys said it's an extra hour. I never knew it to be that. First Slammies I saw were later on because they weren't really doing the Slammies during that.
Yeah, they stopped doing them for a while, and then
There's a good gap between them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Fabe. I mean, don't you think it was one of the more fun shows the WWE had? And what would you do? Really quickly, we're gonna go around. Then we're gonna move on to the next subject. Raw. I don't really even want to get into Raw this week because Raw was kind of just like the show surrounding the Slammies. I don't think anything really happened that was important except for Roman Reigns and Stephanie McMahon and Stephanie being annoying. So. Anyway, what would you do to fix the Slammies? Would you get rid of it? Like, what would you do? Let's go around, and I'll call your name out.
So who first, me?
Yeah, please.
Cool. Basically, on a similar trend with a lot of these things that WWE has kind of stuffed into Raw, with the King of the Ring, the Slammies, and a bunch of other things that they've kind of just added on as an accessory to Monday Night Raw. I think it needs to, like you guys were saying, stand out, network-only special, and have it be focused on just that. I think another big thing that the Slammies was missing, and one thing that I was certainly looking forward to, because they've been known to kind of start doing this, at least more with the latter years, was plant a couple of seeds or very small seeds for Mania feuds. The big one I'm referring to is the one with Shawn Michaels when he won the match of the year with him and Taker at 25, and he just came out and he's like, I know I can beat you. And it's like, oh, okay, there's the light bulb, and they start to do that. So I think if you maybe created something or at least have this theme of, oh, we might see something that might further up down towards WrestleMania and make it a network special, I think we get a much better reaction.
Agreed. A-Track Brown.
Well, to speak on that charity thing you were speaking about a few minutes ago, Big Ray.
Yes,
I
sir.
think you were absolutely right. It should have went to Titus O'Neil.
Absolutely.
I mean, for people who know A-Track Brown, know how I feel about John Cena and his charity work. I'll just leave it at that.
This whole episode's in air quotes.
But the thing is like Titus does so much more than John Cena.
How do you even know that?
Because I read his Twitter.
That. You have no idea.
I read his Twitter.
You have zero idea that's even true.
Okay, so Titus does more than John Cena.
How do you know that?
Just let him go.
He knows.
You don't know.
You're gonna have your turn, Billy Ray Valentine.
I know. All right. I read his Twitter. He doesn't do the Make-A-Wishes as much as John Cena. Make-A-Wishes and other charity work is not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he does a lot. He works his ass off. And the reason why you don't see that is because the WWE doesn't want you to see that. They have their set of who they want to present, and they'll present Titus when the time is right, when the time comes along. And like they have done, they've mentioned it a few times, but Titus does a lot of things off camera on his own. But the Slammy Awards in general, what they should do, they need to bring this back. They only did it twice, if I'm not mistaken, and I guess it's because he was there at the time. But they need to bring this award back and have him present it and call it the Jesse Body Award. They used to have that back in the day.
Holy cow, yeah.
And the first winner of the Jesse Body Award was Ravishing Rick Rude, and when he won,
right.
he did a damn striptease on stage.
Remember that?
It was the craziest thing I ever saw. So they need to bring that back, and they need to give that to like Tyler Breeze and anybody else who has that flamboyant style.
So out of everything, the one thing you remember about the Slammies is a man stripping.
I remember a backstage fight between Hercules and a backstage fight between Hercules and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You cannot make this up, A-Track Brown. Billy Ray Valentine, your thoughts?
Well, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they should do it as a network special. They should bring in celebrities who they had on in the past and present the awards and stuff like that. Make it a real award show if they want to do it like that.
Okay.
And, they can sell advertising time.
All right, Billy Ray Valentine, do you think it should be a part of WrestleMania weekend or SummerSlam weekend?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. Yeah, I mean, you should put it on a network as its own. That's the first thing. It needs to stand on its own. But will it ever be taken seriously? I don't think. I think in order for people to take it seriously, the WWE has to start taking it seriously. And I don't know how serious the WWE ever took it. It's never been really serious. I think the most
well, people. I'm sorry, really quickly. I'm gonna let you go on. If you listen to I've listened to several podcasts, and apparently people were taking this very serious.
Yeah, like some of the smart marks maybe, but not the general public.
Right.
And in general throughout the history of the Slammies, like, I mean, can anybody tell me something? I mean, maybe amongst us, somebody can think of something memorable other than Owen Hart or Rick.
Yeah, he's the big one.
Like that. But he's the big one. You're right. And he was the one that actually made it mean something because he used to come to the ring with it, and it was the whole deal. You know what? He had all the belts and the Slammies.
Right. That was awesome.
Yeah, and that was the biggest use of the Slammies, and it's never been used like that again. And if it was, it failed because I don't remember it. So ultimately, WWE needs to take it seriously, and I don't think they ever will. So,
well, that's what they have the WWE Hall of Fame for. I mean, all right, let me move on to Fame Black.
They barely take that seriously.
I know, Fame Black. Your thoughts on the WWE Slammy Awards, and again, what would you do if you were booking the Slammies? If you could change anything about it, what would it be, or what would you keep the same?
You know what? I like that. I mean, I heard the idea. I mean, you said it with the network special. But you know what? That's taking it too seriously. It shouldn't be taken seriously. No, when people are going in the Hall of Fame, you're not going, oh, he's 5-time champion, 3-time Intercontinental champion, 5-time Slammy winner. Like nobody. No, absolutely not. The Slammys are done after the year. Nobody cares. Maybe they'll total it up at the end. I don't know. I don't really think so. It's not a big deal. Owen Hart is the only one. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about all these years of Slammys. Only one person you remember really having it and doing anything with it. And the Shawn Michaels thing from earlier, but that's not even real. Like it's just a accessory. It's not a bet. So keep it how it is. It's fine. It's just one at the end of the year, a throwaway show. You don't have to really develop storylines. You can just kick it away. Like it's a holiday special. Whatever.
Okay, and we're gonna end up with oh god, I got another picture.
What did I tell you about this?
Yo, what? Listen, if we can't see it, shut up.
First and
The
foremost,
documents.
You would have been one.
documents
You were the
are
first
being
one that
filled
said,
up.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
You know what?
They're going, shut up. Shut up, A-Track.
It's not like we can see it. So what the hell do we need to know for?
you know what? You know what? This is. I love you, Jennifer. This is fantastic. Thank you for making my Christmas Eve. This is a nice Christmas. Oh shucks, I almost showed it. My Christmas present. Anyway, to me.
Pictures.
Oh no.
Imaginary.
Oh no, they're real pictures.
His girlfriend.
Oh, they're real pictures. But anyway, to end this up, I want to wrap this up with the professor. Professor, your thought process on this, and then we're gonna move on to the next segment, my friend.
Well, quickly to expand on Fame Black's statements, the Slammys was never taken seriously because in 1987, that Slammy Awards was the 35th annual Slammy Awards. If anybody ever really looked at it, really funny. And then the gap between the Slammys was from 87 to 96. So it was a almost 10-year gap of even Slammy winners. So Fame is right that they've never taken it so seriously. So if it's a throwaway show, then fine. The only thing I would say fix it is fix the votes. Make sure people are there or have pre-recorded acceptance speeches.
They did fix the votes.
And
fix them better. Fix them better.
Yeah. And Fabe said, use storylines within it because at least for next week on Raw, Kevin Owens could fight Neville because he didn't win the breakout star. Or Paige could fight Nikki Bella when she gets better because she didn't win the Diva of the Year. Something simple as that.
They kind of did help prolong a feud in a bit when you think about the whole Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler thing because he didn't win. And, he said that, you're a has-been. You take that into account from what happened last week between them two and Dean Ambrose. And if I'm not mistaken, I think something happened on SmackDown, but I don't know because I don't watch SmackDown. So at the end of the day, they did kind of keep that going. They kept you kind of invested with that. And that's cool. So, they kind of kept that element for that at least in there.
No, A-Track, you're right, but they did. But OK Fabe said, one of those Slammy Awards, the big ones, like Superstar of the Year or the Match of the Year, can be expanded into WrestleMania weekend. So, you could do those storylines and, kind of plant the seeds of maybe future matches that they're planning on. I mean, that really needs to be, one of their focus points on it. But you don't need a network special because I don't take it seriously.
All right.
Yeah, it's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing, but that's the
not
question.
A real thing.
No, not a real thing, but that's the question.
Even in a kayfabe world, it's not a real thing.
Kayfabe. Ooh, okay.
It's okay.
It's oh god, and that's a question I want to ask you guys there at OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling videos. We want you guys to leave your comments here below. Leave your comments here below, and also hit us on Twitter at OneWrestling, and follow us, and we'll give you our Twitter handles at the end of the show at Big Slam Nation. Now we're gonna move on to a next topic, and TNA has been making headlines, but not really. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, it says TNA signs new talent. What I forgot to do is I forgot to put the question mark. So a lot of people thought we were going to talk about TNA actually signing new talent, where I was going to say TNA signs new talent. Which is funny because
his face.
No. I get up.
Hey Ray, can we use air quotes on that? TNA
Talent.
TNA.
All right, enough. Would you believe that I'm at work and I get a freaking phone call from Bill Apter himself, and he goes, "Ray, who did TNA sign?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" some guy on Facebook I don't know why I'm talking like Seinfeld, but some guy on Facebook mentioned that you said that TNA signed Maria Kanellis. I said, no. I said, there's a question mark on it. And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, I effed up.
I'm sorry?
So here's the deal. Now, ROH, Ring of Honor, a bunch of good wrestlers in that organization, their contracts are up. Now, who here is a huge Ring of Honor fan? Raise your hand.
A lot of us
we're all
are.
Ring
say
of Honor
huge.
fans. I don't think we'd say huge.
All right, but
We would be huge fans if we saw it more, though. That's
right.
Yeah.
So look, we got Mike Bennett.
I watch it on Comet religiously.
That is disgusting. We got Mike Bennett, and we have Maria Kanellis.
Yep.
That's the Macho Man and Elizabeth, I guess you would say.
You mean
of
wait?
ROH.
You mean Mike Bennett and Maria? I'm gonna be messing with you the whole night.
He's gonna break his fingers the amount of time he's doing this.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna get arthritis.
Hashtag air quotes.
Listen, A-Track, you are the TNA aficionado,
Eesh.
and soon to be okay. And listen,
Aficionado.
aficionado. We're gonna do this the
TNA.
whole damn show. OK Fabe, just so you guys don't know, OK Fabe is the official TNA reporter for OneWrestling.com. He's gonna be taking over the reports. I would love to see you and A-Track Brown do a two-man TNA report. I think that would be really interesting. That would be the Bubba Ray and Devon of OneWrestling.com. But again, just my opinion.
Bubba Ray and Devon.
Bubba Ray and Devon. But in all seriousness, have you heard anything about TNA actually signing? Because from what I hear, again, these are sources, and I can't talk about my sources. I can't tell you who said it, Nick Hausman. But
Oh, bad cough. Go ahead.
But yeah, but in all due respect, to Nick Hausman, no, seriously, he didn't say anything. He did. Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett may be hiding the fact that they signed with TNA to make a surprise appearance.
What is with this?
What do you think, A-Track?
Well, why would Maria Kanellis and Michael Bennett make a surprise?
While you talk about this, I gotta step away for one brief second. I'll be right back. TNA guys, take it over.
Who makes surprises?
Who are you doing? What voice are you doing? Ray?
Trying to do
And
something.
you
I know.
come out and you say surprise.
Whoa!
Now,
Surprise, Jerry.
I said surprise, not surprise.
You.
There's no surprises, baby. But anyway, I think they did sign. I heard it. My first hearing of it was the Solid Monster. He reported on it, and then I saw it on another wrestling group when they what was it? Well, not WrestleZone. It was another Facebook group, but they said it was so. And I tweeted Dixie Carter, but she never tweeted me back. So
what a
I thought me and Dixie were forming a real cool Twitter relationship, but I guess not. But anyway, I think it's a good move for TNA if it's in fact done. I think what's her name, Maria Kanellis would do her best to help promote that promotion to the best of her ability. She's a smart chick when it comes to wrestling. She's not a ditz. Michael Bennett has completely stepped his game up since having that chick by his side. And Michael Bennett, you lucky SOB, man.
I think she stepped him up.
That's what I mean.
He wasn't. I mean, no disrespect to Michael Bennett, but he kind of wasn't there. It all came together when Maria came to his side.
You're absolutely right, and I'm telling you right now, there's one feud that I want to see, and they need to jump on this as soon as possible. Mike Bennett and my man Bobby Roode. That feud needs to happen, and if they don't have them feud, have them form like a new kingdom. You know, the hell with that. Sign the rest of the kingdom if you can. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, what do they got to lose? Do what you got to do. You know, reports have been coming out. Dave Meltzer said that they were aggressively going after talent. Their reputation is not good, so you don't know if they'll ever really truly prevail. So
Meltzer also
say, kayfabe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
want to jump on that.
Go ahead, kayfabe. Take it over.
I was just gonna say, basically, I'm in agreement with basically what everybody's saying. I think one of the reasons that Maria and Mike work so well is because you really don't see too many valets anymore as far as like the top three, between WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, you really don't see too many valets. So it'd be a nice, kind of refreshing, welcome change. As far as them signing new talent, wouldn't be too surprised. There's a couple of ROH talent that aren't working under contract right now. I think I could be wrong. Is Elgin, I think, was one of them too. But I mean, you never know. You never know who might show up. But I think that it would be a huge coup for them to get a bunch of talents, Bennett and Maria included, if they do make the jump.
Now you guys were talking about TNA and Mike. Who did you mention any names that I missed?
No.
All right. So who's ROH contracts? Now we're not just talking about ROH, but let's talk about other guys like PWG. We know 2CW. 2CW has ended. I don't know if you guys follow 2C. Did anybody follow 2CW?
I did back and forth a little bit. Yeah, I just saw that last year.
Since I met Ben Hameen, I have been.
It's really good stuff. They have a lot of good talent. I would love to see Ben Hameen. If I know Fame Black, you follow primarily WWE, but 2CW is an indie promotion based out of New York, Buffalo. Am I correct, A-Track?
I'm not sure.
It's upstate New York, man.
It's upstate New York, Buffalo, that area, and they have a lot of really great talent. There's a lot of great talent out there, and TNA again is they're gonna be on a new channel, Pop TV, and I'm just excited. Believe it or not, I'm actually excited to see. I mean, Fame, you're a real WWE fan. You're not a huge fan of TNA, so I want to speak to you.
Not a fan at all.
I want to speak to you.
Judgment.
Are you interested at all
Judgment
in what TNA is going to do? Do you think TNA has the opportunity to make this product better? And if they bring someone like a Maria Kanellis, a Mike Bennett, do you know anything about these talents?
Well, Maria was in the WWE, so yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing: is that I never strayed too far from home. Like I didn't even like WCW. Like, I refused to watch WCW on the grounds of I was supporting WWE, even at the young age. I
respect that, by the way.
I do. So it became the same thing when TNA came out. I was like, all right, let me see what's going on. Nope, too far from home. Let me go back home. And so I always stay WWE. It's not that I like going to indie shows when they're in town and I'm free. But other than that, I mean, I can appreciate good wrestling. It's just that's where I stay. As far as TNA being excited about anything they do, no. I think they should just go ahead and call Vince McMahon and say, hey, Vince, you want our library? You can have, who don't they have? You can have Abyss, you have whoever. Like, you can get this library, you can get this Hall of Fame, you can get all of it, put it on your network, give us some money, we'll retire and go quietly. That's what I'm waiting for.
What about you, Professor?
Well, not to speak in a negative light about TNA, but let's compare
Speaking
back.
of light, turn yours on.
Yeah. Why don't you ever have light? And by the way,
Pay the bill, man.
do you know why I respect Fame Black, being a fan of WWE? It's like the whole New York Yankee, New York Met thing, where all the damn New York Yankee fans, for some reason, were rooting for the damn New York Mets when they were in the playoffs. You don't do that. You stick with your damn home team. So I respect you, Fame Black. I respect you for that.
Thank you. You respect me.
Anyways, Professor?
Greatest Christmas present.
And the Mets are our home team.
Shut up.
Let me get back to my perspective on this.
Oh, like the Professor's perspective on the PW Hustle.
But notice he
YouTube
went
channel?
Perspective. He did that because he doesn't have one.
Yes, I do. But anyway, to compare this, I mean, I understand that TNA needs to make a big splash in trying to sign some talent, whether it be Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett, which is speculatory right now, or whoever's contracts are up in ROH. But back in 2010, when they jumped from Thursday night to Monday night, they tried to make a big splash with Hogan, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Val Venus, Nasty Boys. Did it work? Not really.
Yeah, because look at those names you just said.
No, but I mean, no. I'm just saying. Just look at the numbers.
I'm gonna watch TNA. The Nasty Boys are on, baby. But they get nasty-sized, daddy.
But A-Track, being the TNA man that you are, who do you want to see on the debut episode of Pop TV? I'm a Mike Bennett supporter. I've been a Mike Bennett supporter when he was with Brutal Bob, and I said to you and I said to Billy Ray that Mike Bennett is going places. So it depends. I mean, the only person that can like thread the needle to a positive level would be like Daniel Bryan if they let him out of his contract.
There's really nobody who listen. Even if they would have signed Nakamura, not even sign him, but just have him be on their show for their first night. That's still not going to be enough. A few people will watch. A couple of 100,000 people will watch, but that's not enough. The biggest name they have to sign is a Daniel Bryan or a CM Punk, and I doubt that would even be enough. They have to completely change everything, and the first thing they have to do, forget signing talent. I mean, signing talent is essential, but second from signing talent, or up there with it, is promotion. They have to promote the hell out of this thing. That's the most important thing to do more than anything. So they can sign whoever they want to sign, but if nobody knows it's on, who's gonna watch?
Very true.
That's true. Billy Ray Valentine, do you have any other opinions on this?
And like I said from before with TNA, what they need to do is they don't even need to sign Daniel Bryan. I mean, I'm sure if he becomes available, they're going to throw mad money at him, and if he goes, good for him. But what they need to do is they need to build on young talent. They need to completely just disregard anything that they were doing in the past. And there's tons of young talent out there, like you said, in 2CW, Pro Wrestling Syndicate. There's Evolve is out there. There's so many family wrestling. What is it? Family Championship Wrestling. They're all over the place. Start plucking these guys and start trying to create new stars and build your own buzz. You can promote the hell out of a product. If a product is not watchable, you can promote it. People aren't going to watch it. You need to want to watch the product, and you need to invest into the product, invest into storylines, getting people to want to watch the product. So now it's on Pop TV. They got some buzz around that because they're on a new network, and it's rumored that Maria Kanellis and Bennett are going to go over there. Now that Meltzer said it, I think it might be true because that guy.
He did report it. Okay, go ahead, buddy.
So I got a couple of quick things I don't want to take too much time on this, but I agree with Billy Ray. I think that if you were to sign a big name, it wouldn't go that far. You'd get the big shock at the beginning, but as far as long-term planning and long-term effectiveness and long-term programming, it wouldn't work. You need to grasp hold of a lot of the indie talent, names that are either well-known or at least semi-well-known, and put them up to that bigger pedestal, that bigger platform, to help really give a secure long-term investment in TNA. One of the things that I think TNA does a very good job at when they do it correctly is when they take a talent that has been underutilized and push them to the moon. And they haven't. I feel like they've been kind of tiptoeing around that lately. But I mean, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and the biggest example is EC3. Granted, he wasn't a TNA original, but they took him from here to here, and I thought they did a stellar job with that. Another name we were talking about 2CW earlier was just out of the blue. What if they signed Sami Callihan, the last champion?
That would be amazing.
Just throwing
that would be good.
I think Sammy
also, there's one person who they really need to concentrate on, because I'm watching this dude and I see the potential. Billy Ray, you know who I'm talking about, and that is Eli Drake. That dude. He's that dude, man. He has it, yo.
We need to get him. We need to get him a little bit of a promo coach. He's got it, but he needs to be just veered off to the side just a little bit, man. And he's gonna be there, man. That dude is serious.
Any promoter who would watch a tape of Eli Drake would all agree, like, this guy. He has something, like, he's a little on the short side, but you have something with that.
He's got charisma, man.
He's got the charisma. So they do have, and they still have Drew Galloway, who people were still big fans of. So they do have the people. So Billy Ray, absolutely right. Kayfabe, absolutely right. They just, they got to make it watchable. They got to make it watchable.
And they have Davey Richards.
And they got Davey Richards, exactly. I'm like, come on.
Is there
You got Davey Richards, that's it. And the fact of the matter is this, right, as of right now, they got Bobby Lashley. Give that man the title. Make him your face. I don't give a damn if people say you're ripping off the WWE. Oh, he's Black Lesnar. Yes, he is. He's Black Lesnar, and he's ours, and he's Bellator champion and TNA champion. Hopefully he gets that Bellator belt, and if he does, that's very good for TNA. They need him going into that fight for that belt, which is going to happen. He needs to be champion. That's it. That helps them get on the map right there.
Brock Lesnar.
I agree with you, but I really do think in the long term, Ethan Carter, the third Professor, would be the best fit to take that company to another level. I'm going to go to Professor and OK, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Big Ray. going for EC3 to win the World Title Series on the debut episode of Pop TV. You've been building around him in 2015. Let him take the torch and lead in 2016. I mean, he can, have matches with Bobby Roode. He can have matches with Davey Richards, as you say, Bobby Lashley. And Drew Galloway. He is the man with the charisma. He can engage the crowd. I mean, let him take the torch and lead TNA to the next level if he can. I like him.
And all right, I'll just say, because I know we want to get off this, but I'll just say here's my rebuttal for that. The reason why I wouldn't want them to go with him right off the bat is because doing that, EC3 is, when you push a guy like EC3, it seems like you're trying to go in the WWE direction, and TNA doesn't need to do that. Not to say that EC3 can't do that for them. I think if you take a guy like Lashley with his MMA background and help him push that company there, EC3 could take over from then. I think trying to push EC3 right then and there might not work exactly. I mean, there's people who will tune in, but they need to get as many outside people as they can. That's just all I'm saying.
Okay. And quickly, I'll just say the biggest gamble for Bobby Lashley winning the title is if he gets his ass whipped in Bellator. I'm not saying
you're right.
You're taking a gamble with your company. Right. If Bobby Lashley gets his ass whipped in the Bellator and then he's the TNA champion, it just doesn't look right.
But you're absolutely right.
That's why I let EC3 win it first.
We don't want to go that Ronda Rousey route.
Right.
Well, that's the fear I think TNA may have behind the scenes, because I mean, wouldn't it be horrible if your TNA World Heavyweight Champion gets the strap and then all of a sudden gets knocked out in 30 seconds? Ooh. I mean, MMA is
that's a lot of pressure from a fake show to a real fight,
isn't it? I mean, but isn't it though, Fame Black? I mean, you have that. See, that's the thing with TNA, and I know Billy Ray, you want to say something with TNA. No, oh, you don't? Okay, with TNA and professional wrestling and TNA and MMA. I'm sorry. Is that you're taking a chance with this guy we know he's a badass. We know Bobby Lashley is a badass, but that one punch, Fabe, that one punch can kind of end that badassness, if you know what I mean.
And that's why I think the belt should go on EC3, because if you put it on, all right, there's a couple reasons. First off, in relation to that, it can go either way. If you have him get knocked out, it's a great fuel for EC3 for a feud. If not, it's a great way to make Bobby Lashley the top babyface. The other reason I put the belt on EC3, and this is just from looking at it from the bigger picture, he can carry the belt, he can talk, he can have good matches. We've already seen him prove it before. In my opinion, he can do the job. That's part one. Part two, it's always easier to book, and it's more usually interesting to see the babyface chase the heel for the belt. And considering that you're looking on a brand new network to put in good quality programming on a consistent basis, you might as well do it that way to at least engage some sort of want or need to see EC3 lose the championship. Granted, it's a repeat performance, which I can see A-Track talking about, but in order for long-term success, that's the way I would look at it. And I would also, right now, as they're finalizing the World Title Series, I'd be looking for my Bound for Glory main event in that time frame. Yes. I'd be looking ahead and say, okay, what's going to be the main event for either Slammiversary or Bound for Glory? And I'm looking at it now to start getting that idea ready. I think long term is the definite success that TNA.
And that's the problem that TNA's had again and I'm going to end with Professor. This is the problem I believe that TNA's had over the last few years. They jump from storyline to storyline to storyline to storyline. They don't stick with one person and run with it. I honestly do feel that if Jeff Hardy was healthy, if Jeff Hardy stayed healthy and they would have kept the strap on him a lot longer, they could have done something with that. EC3, I thought, was probably the best champion they had in, my God, maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Other than AJ Styles. When AJ Styles left that company, it's like everything went down the toilet. In my opinion, Professor, close this out, buddy.
Well, 2 points. One, TNA for the last 6 months was in limbo because they didn't have a television contract to begin with. So that's why the World Title Series was really created, to use all those matches back in June or July. Good point. They saved themselves some time there. And point two, they have a better lead-in than they did with Destination America with that Mountain Monsters. They got Days of Our Lives repeats. So when you get the soap opera of Days of Our Lives to the male soap opera of TNA Impact Wrestling, you cannot get a better 3 hours of soap operas right there. This is serious, guys. I'm just saying, this is soap opera city. Hashtag soap opera city.
Hey, he's got a point, man. Damn all that. I'm with him.
Big Ray, did you mute your mic? Yep, he muted his mic.
I mooted, ladies and gentlemen.
He mooted his mic.
I mooted. You know, remember the Great Muda? We have this thing on the PW Hustle where 8-Track Brown, for some damn reason, is always muting his mic, and he basically kills the show. And what did Great Muda do? He killed his opponents. So he muted the damn mic. Ladies and gentlemen, follow us at the PW Hustle Show, guys. Go to Podbeam, go to iTunes, go to Stitcher. Guys, it's one of the funniest freaking podcasts you can ever hear. We have Fame Black on. We have Anthony Quintana. Listen, guys, I want to tell you something. Really quickly. We have an old friend that I reached out to. And it looks like he may be getting back in the YouTube game. And I think he may be getting back in the whole podcast game. Who am I talking about? It's an old friend, Chuck Porter. Do you guys remember this guy?
I remember Chuck P.
Chuck P may be getting back in the game. So I'm going to give you a shout out, Chuck P, because I'm encouraging you.
Back.
I think this brother has a hell of a lot of talent, a lot of passion, you know, and I want to see him back on the podcast scene. So Chuck P, Chuck Porter, I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming for you, sucker. Go ahead, Billy.
That was close.
We want to go.
We want to go. We're coming for you.
We coming for you, Ninja.
Ninja. Go ahead, Billy Ray. Go ahead.
How fitting was that? Who he's talking to?
I was just gonna say, man, we're gonna do a year-end episode of the PW Hustle. We haven't been on in a couple of weeks, partially because of me. And I'll explain that later. But regardless of that, we're gonna do a year-end episode, and to keep to the TNA, the TNA, what is it? You know,
Conundrum?
the subject. We're gonna have a good friend of us come on. Willow is gonna participate this week.
Oh my God, is Bane gonna be there?
I don't know about Bane. I don't know if we could get him for the year end. He's
What about
busy.
racist
Can't
Hulk Hogan?
schedule Bane.
Yeah,
But
but Willow
Bane,
is definitely.
Bane does the hell he wants, as we all know.
You know what would be awesome? If we can get racist Hulk Hogan, and even if it's in a pre-recorded segment, racist Hulk Hogan and Ben Hameen going back and forth.
I would love to get racist Hulk Hogan and Ben Hameen, but I need the audio right in order to get both of them. So as long as we get that done, I'm
I
good.
think we can work that out, my friend.
Okay.
I'm very good friends with racist Hulk Hogan. So is Bill Apter.
Are you though? Are you very? I mean, do you think you are friends with
Hello,
racist
yeah.
Hulk Hogan?
Friends,
You know, come to think of it, brother.
racist.
No, but all
Sexist.
listen.
There's more to it.
There's way more to it.
Can we just move on from
Trampolines.
Trampolines. rubbing his daughter with oil. Anyway, she's hot. I rub her with oil. Again, in my opinion. All right. So
though. I second.
I'm sorry. Would you?
I go first though.
Would you really? Why?
Well, sometimes not at all.
Where the hell are we going?
Next subject, Ray. What we're gonna talk about? I think we were gonna talk about Wrestle Kingdom, right?
We
Hey,
were.
Jack, what's
Beautiful
that card for
transition
Wrestle
into
Kingdom?
Wrestle Kingdom.
10?
Is there anything else you want to talk about WWE or TNA related before we move on to the New Japan Pro Wrestling? I guess their version of WrestleMania, but it's so much better than WrestleMania.
Dude,
in
you
my
said
opinion.
New Japan. I lost all focus from there, so let's just go.
All right, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you guys don't know what this is possibly the best wrestling organization in the entire world. Some of the greatest matches, hardcore matches, gimmick matches, it doesn't matter. I fell in love with Wrestle Kingdom last year, Wrestle Kingdom 9. I fell in love with IWGP, with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it was Wrestle Kingdom 9. It was, what was it, Nakamura versus...
Kota Ibushi.
Yeah. Well, could you please, Billy Ray?
Ibush, Kota.
I love when you do that.
That's awesome.
Dude, this is some really great stuff. You don't need to speak Japanese to enjoy. And who's I forget, you know, again, I'm a novice with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Who's the gentleman that he patterns himself after Michael Jackson, and he's the IWGP What just happened here? That guy, if he could speak Even shut up. If you can speak just that much English, WWE should sign that son of a bitch. I swear to
They're
God.
trying. We don't
To make
want
him a,
That's what I heard.
make him a comedy act. Yeah.
Oh, this guy is the real
Listen.
deal, dude.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what the WWE would do.
They want to sign Nakamura.
They know their
They
place.
want to make him into the Rice Buds with Adam Rose, and that's what's gonna happen. A-Track Brown will probably go to jail.
We went over this on the PW.
Yeah, we already did.
Rice Buds. Would they win the titles?
They probably will win the NXT titles. That's about it.
And a Slammy.
But it had a Slammy. But my man Shinsuke, he's gonna be there. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm yelling out his name like that, if you're watching New Japan and you listen to the ladies in the audience, that's how they say his name, Shinsuke. And it's the greatest thing ever just to hear him. And it's Tanahashi like Tanahashi.
I'm just picturing a sea of Japanese female fans, and then you right in the middle, all yelling that same tone at the same time.
It would be like a big bowl of delicious Spanish yellow rice surrounded by one bean.
One black pinto bean in the middle.
One big black pinto bean.
Where's A-Track? Oh, there. Yep, right there. Yep,
There
right
he
there.
is.
Yeah, there he is.
Right in the middle. Right.
It's like the
Like,
easiest
man.
game of Where's Waldo.
Tanahashi comes out, man. That dude.
He's wearing a hat. Look at him.
Exactly. Tanahashi comes out.
Is this
wipes-
Slammy?
Oh my
And the
God.
glasses. And the glasses.
And the glasses.
Where's A-Track?
What
There
makes
he
him
is.
stand out? It's the glasses. It's definitely the glasses.
I found him.
And he's like 2 feet taller than all of them too.
That's the first page. That's like that's the page between the cover and the first page.
Oh, be on the phone. Yo, kayfabe.
I didn't mute my. I was laughing. I didn't mute my mic.
Where are you? Where
Dude,
are you? I'm
oh.
right there, you idiot. How can you not see me?
Dude,
Not
they
to
are
mention
right
you'd be
there.
taller than everybody too.
That's what okay
The
face
tallest
is.
dude in this place. How do you not see me?
I'm the tallest, blackest man here.
Enough.
Nah,
And then
but
there's Devon Dudley right next to you. Like, wait a
it's-
minute.
Wrestle Kingdom 10 is the New Japan's WrestleMania. Like I said, you got guys like Tanahashi coming out, wiping his face, throwing it to people. That's how much they love that dude there. John Cena tried to throw his shirt in the audience and somebody wiped the ass with it. But anyway,
That they did.
The show is going to be amazing as far as I'm concerned. I know I'm going to enjoy it no matter what the matches are. And as a matter of fact, here's a list of the matches. You got Tenzan versus Jushin Thunder Liger.
What? Wait.
Versus Manabu.
Are you talking about the Jushin Thunder Liger, former WCW?
Thunder Liger. Former NXT superstar.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Former NXT
When he debuted in
superstar.
Brooklyn, I knew that kid was going places.
I believe. Anyway, continue.
That kid's
I don't know what happened. That guy got one win over Tyler Breeze, and then I never heard from him.
And just hold on,
let's do this.
A-Track, hold on. And just so you guys know, we're actually gonna have A-Track read the entire card, and maybe we can comment off of that really quickly before we close the show.
Yeah, we got. And this is going to be interesting because I'm going to read some of these Japanese names.
Oh God, here we go. Billy Ray, you can help out, buddy.
Hey, this
We got-
is the New Japan Rumble. That's what we are reading right now. That's
Yeah.
the name of the match. All right,
The
go
New
ahead.
Japan Rumble. It's like a battle royal. Tenzan, Jado, Thunder Liger, Manabu Nakanishi, Ryusuke, Taguchi, Satoshi, Kojima, Tiger Mask, Yuji Nagata.
Very nice.
And you have the what do you have? You have the triple. Was it triple or
Four-way tag
Four-way-
match.
four-way
for the
tag
for the IWGP Junior Championship, the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Red Dragon, Matt Sydal. Wait. It's Red Dragon versus Matt Sydal and Ricochet versus Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks, and it's for the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions.
Now,
Championships.
Matt Sydal and Ricochet. Matt Sydal was what was his name in WWE?
Evan Bourne.
Evan
Evan
Bourne.
Bourne.
Yeah,
that tag team. If you don't know, Ricochet is what is it? Puma.
Prince Puma.
Prince
Yeah.
Puma. And that tag team has the potential to be the greatest tag team ever assembled.
This match is going to be a car crash. It's going to be a spot fest.
Oh,
It's
it's
gonna
going
be
to be
amazing.
crazy.
Better
gonna
than
be beautiful.
better than Braun Strowman and freaking the redheaded bald guy.
Yes, better than
A
them.
close second.
Go ahead,
All
A-Track.
right. And now you got the heavyweight. You got the
Six-man tag match for the
you got
left
the six-man tag. It's a six-man tag. Six-man open weight, open. What? Okay, I can't
Open
even say
never
it.
weight.
Open
the Japanese name yet,
How you gonna read Japanese?
Open heavyweight
Can you
championship.
read English?
It's a six-man tag team for the new belts. Oh God, I'm dying here.
Reading is fundamental.
You got the Bullet
Get hooked
Club
on those phonics.
versus Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe and Taro Yano and who else you got? Jesus Christ!
Oh, you want to help out Billy Ray?
Man. I got it, man. The Ring of Honor heavyweight title is going to be defended also for the first time.
One, don't you?
Hey, that's the next one on the card, brother. Jay Lethal versus Michael Elgin. That's going to be a good match, I think.
Freaking hell of a match.
We got a singles match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be Kenny Omega versus Kushida, one of my favorites. I saw Kushida when they came for When Worlds Collide in at the Hammerstein Ballroom. It was
awesome.
Amazing. It was amazing. Then we got the tag match for the IWGP heavyweight tag match. I mean, for the bigger guys. The Bullet Club, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Tago Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma. There you go.
God bless
You like Hanma, right?
I like Hanma. Hanma's the residential jobber, but I
But
love
you dig him though. He's he's like the equivalent of Dolph Ziggler, right?
He's yeah.
I mean, as far as
is he kind of like a Japanese Barry Horowitz? Anybody? No.
But Hanma, he's that dude where like he'll get you emotionally invested in the match. Like they always put him in that spot where just when you're like calm and you just you know that you're gonna just be entertained in a comedic way, but it's not too slapsticky, So Hama's that dude for me in that capacity.
Well, would you put Hama in the ring versus Santino Marella?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I would, because it would be funny trying to see Hama get him with the headbutt from the second rope, and then he'll fall right into the Cobra. So I'm pretty sure that'll be enjoyable for a minute. And you know what? You can even throw freaking Rockstar Spud into that match. I find that dude hilariously funny as well.
And Grado apparently.
No, not Grado. But go ahead, Billy Ray. Continue, man.
All right. So then we got a singles match.
Read the whole match card.
I'm going. Hiroki Goto versus Tetsuya Naito.
God bless you.
And then we got another singles match for the Never Openweight Championship. We got Tomohiro Ishii versus Shibata. One of my
That's going to be
favorites.
the match of the night.
Love Shibata.
Sure, why not?
You remember Kenta? And I say remember because Kenta doesn't exist anymore. His name is, what's his name in NXT?
Hideo Itami.
I refuse to pronounce it.
Hideo Itami?
He picked that out himself.
Yes, I know.
He did not really. Did he really?
Supposedly he
I'm
did.
saying, but that's like, how disrespectful is that? You be like, hey,
It's
go
not-
be Billy
it's not
Ray
that it's
Valentine. I'll be like, shut up, Quintana. Like, I just start calling you whatever I want. I refuse to call you that. I don't agree with your name choice, so I'm not going to call you that.
He picked his name, but he was forced to change his name, just like Finn Balor was forced to change his name. You understand? All these people were forced to change their name. I would
Hey
rather
man, should have been a bigger star. Bigger stars get to keep it.
No, nobody gets to keep their name. Either you sign
Who's
your name
CM Punk? Who's CM Punk?
Well, CM
Who's
Punk-
Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe lost his name. Samoa Joe leaves the WWE. He's no longer Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true. Is that true?
No, he owns that name, I believe.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, when Samoa Joe leaves, he's no longer going by Samoa Joe.
He's gonna go by Joe the Samoan.
Joe the Samoan.
Why would he leave?
Yeah, I don't know why he would leave either.
Oh
Joseph,
no! Why? No.
Joseph the Samoan.
They'll never.
Man, that match with that
They'll never
Joseph
put
the
anybody in a
Samoan.
position in the WWE where they'll want to leave.
All right, let me get the last two matches out of the way. The two main events we got the man that looks like Michael Jackson, the Big Ray, Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. This is going to be a barn burner, short stealer of a match. Probably going to be match of the night, with the exception of that other tag match with everybody involved, the four-way IWGP Junior Championship match.
We're gonna have the Rainmaker.
The Rainmakers come in. Okada versus Tanahashi for the IWGP title.
God, that's gonna be a great match.
I bet you Tanahashi cries at the end of this match.
It's going to be a repeat of last year. Last year, they fought each other. Tanahashi won. This year, look for Okada to come
Oh my God,
over.
hold on. There is a wild animal, a stray cat, again, in the apartment of Fame Black.
Last time that happened,
Fame's
we
pet
lost the show altogether. So
That's Fame's pet cat Enigma.
that is the name of the cat.
Enigma. What's your cat's name, Fame?
Enigma.
What's the cat's name?
Oh my God, the cat's doing air quotes too.
Hold on, I just want to make sure. What's the name?
No, his name is Blackie.
Of course.
Very original.
All right, check it out. Listen, this cat is 16 years. Listen, I'm about to make y'all feel old. This cat is 16 years old. I was 10 when I got him.
You suck balls.
It's a nice.
I
It's
know.
very original. It's very original name. I was 10.
So
I mean, that took you forever to come up with
You've
that.
had black pussy in your house since you were 10.
Cat.
Okay, let's
Cat.
move on.
Cat. Black pussy cat. Oh
Okay.
God, we're gonna get bumped off for one wrestling.
I just want to see Faye Black rub his pussy.
Cat.
Stop. No
Right.
more.
Jesus Christ, can you please finish off
That's it.
Billy Ray?
We're
All
done.
right, we won't
That's
talk
the-
about the pussy.
That's the main
Cat.
event of the IWGP
Shut
title.
up!
Of New Japan.
God. All right, listen.
Pussy cat.
I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Is there anything else wrestling related? We got about 5 more minutes we can do
Yes,
on
I'm
this
going
show.
to say this. When it comes
let's
to that
talk about
Wrestle
IWGP.
Kingdom 10, Ishii and Shibata are going to murder each other.
God bless you.
You're going to see some stiff shots in this match. I'm telling you.
Hold on,
You're
pussy
gonna
cats
see
and
some-
stiff.
I said stiff shots. That's
Okay,
all.
stiff shots. Well, that can go a whole bunch of different ways, Chief.
Just
You're
like
gonna see
you,
some
Ray.
hard-hitting shots in this one. You're going to see a hell of a story being told with Nakamura versus AJ Styles, and a hell of a story being told in Tanahashi versus Okada. It's going to be great fun night. Matt Stryker and Kevin Kelly are going to be the commentators. Not a big fan of Kevin Kelly. I don't think I ever will
Matt
be.
Stryker's
But I
great,
do
though.
like Matt Stryker. And if I was New Japan, I'd be like, hey, yo, we talked Juice and London Liger to come into NXT. How about you just let us have Joey Styles for the night? That's what I would have did.
I have
it
a
is
question
what
for
it
you
is.
guys, really quickly. Is the professor? Is he part of the show today? Because I have not heard you speak much at all today, brother.
Well, he is sitting in the dark.
What I have contributed to this show, and now for what New Japan. I'm hearing what A-Track is saying because I'm not really a novice of New Japan, but I'm gonna take A-Track's word about Shinsuke and Okada. You know, I'll do all that stuff. I give it to A-Track on this one.
And we do know that OK Fabe has been streaming pornography from YouPorn, who is also Joey Ryan is now the spokesman of. Is that correct? OK Fabe.
Which part? Oh, I mean the whole thing. I mean, yeah. Spot. Yeah.
Because
What?
all I've been seeing the whole show is kind of just the right shoulder moving.
Oh, God.
Saying it is what it is. Listen,
The King
And
of
then you
Dong
were getting
style.
those pictures that you said were from your
This doesn't
girlfriend.
help. This doesn't. Why does this not
it
help?
was side boob from OK Fabe.
Side
This is-
boob.
this is-
Look at that
Whereas-
side boob.
Where has this show
That turn you
gone?
on? Well, it
It
shouldn't.
shouldn't. Good night, everybody.
Listen, I wanted this to be a show of just basically no structure, just us talking wrestling. I mean, is there anything else, guys, you guys want to talk about just before we close? We got like two minutes we can do. Let's start with Billy Ray Valentine.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom 10, January 4th. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be awesome, and that's all about. I gotta say, man, a happy holidays to everybody. You know.
All right, and Mr. Paul Phoenix, aka A-Track Brown, aka he's got 7 different names. Pharaoh
Got more
Fancy.
AKAs and Al Qaeda got AKs. Yeah.
Wow,
About me 'cause
wow.
I'm
Where's
rapper.
Ben Hummer?
Nah, just same as Billy Ray said, I'm gonna be looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom 10. I just might have a live review after that, which means it'll be at like maybe 7 or 8 in the morning. Who knows? But I'm definitely gonna be reviewing it on the PW Hustle YouTube channel. I'm gonna be talking about it. For the people who are watching it, continue to watch my reactions, and don't worry, I'll be doing some commentary soon. I'm just mad lazy, you know. I'm tired. And I'm also on the side, you know, for some extra money. I babysit Billy Ray's kids. You know, that dude owes me $50. I want my money. I'm not playing, man.
Does the tiredness and the laziness have anything to do with your ethnicity? Anyway, okay, Fabe, let's move on.
I'd say
Jesus, Ray.
Yeah, I can't top that. I cannot top that.
Don't even
Then
try.
you go to him.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Good Lord. Yeah, okay, Fabe?
This
Go
is a
ahead.
fun show.
You got no choice. You got no choice.
I have a fun time.
A fun
Enjoying
time.
myself.
Enjoying.
I'm sorry, the white guy from Boston is like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable.
I don't know what to say right now.
He's like,
I can't top that. It's
He's
not
like-
that I'm uncomfortable. It's I can't top that.
He's like, let's jump in the car. Let's get out of here.
Go to that Packy. Let's get ourselves a chocolate crella.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
Yeah, it's bad. No, it's really bad. No,
Puerto
2016.
Rican champion of pimps.
What?
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Did you say
Christ.
that out?
Okay,
my
Fabe,
God.
please finish your thought.
Just to say, 2016 is going to be an interesting year for pro wrestling, to say the least. And I do say interesting.
Interesting. Why'd you say it like that?
It just is.
How'd you pick it up like that?
Well,
Has to do with my sponsorship with Joey Ryan. What?
wonderful. Fame Black. Fame
Hey,
Black.
Black.
Oh, yeah. Let's say, you know what was cool? We ain't really get to speak on it too much. I thought it was badass to see Seth Rollins, man. And all the people that didn't show up, I thought it was really cool to see him again, man. And
Exactly.
God was well deserved. And then he turned it again. He like, I don't want to thank nobody. You guys are losers. Like he had to keep his persona.
Great.
I'm gonna. It made me miss him. It made me, wish him a speedy recovery. So I thought that-
Absolutely great. Good point. And then the professor.
Yeah, I just want to wish
What the hell are you doing? You're like a ghoul.
a very, very happy 2015.
It's the wrong holiday.
What?
I was
What are you
Joan
talking
of
about? This
Arc.
is not
in
about
my
Halloween.
former life.
Everybody says they can't see me in the dark.
Turn
anyway.
on the light.
Hold on. What did you say,
Light it,
A-Track?
Ken. I said, I was Joan of
What?
Arc in my former life.
Anybody? No?
Oh my goodness. Where's the structure? But anyway, I want to wish the Slamites a very happy holidays. And I can't wait I want the Slamites to tune in to the PW Hustle YouTube channel for the prestigious Professor's Perspective Awards, the first annual. I give my perspective on the awards, Match of the Year, Female Wrestler of the Year, Male Wrestler of the Year. Just look for it right there, and it's going to be a good time. Thank you very much.
Listen.
Males wrestle me for the year.
If I'm correct, Billy Ray, you're running the next show, right? It's your turn.
Yeah, man. I don't know if that's
He's got the biggest smile on his face. He's like, yeah.
What are we doing next show, Billy Ray? I want you to announce this.
All right, man. We're doing the first annual. We're gonna keep this up every year. Top 10 best matches of the year. OneWrestling.com, and this
Can't
is
wait.
encompassing all promotions. There's a lot of people that took part or are taking part because it hasn't been constructed yet on the order of the top 10 and what matches will be represented. We will also do Wrestler of the Year and Rookie of the Year. And that's all.
Those episodes
so-
should be uncensored.
Look out for that. Look out for that, guys. We're going to put a lot of work into this. So look into it. Look out for it. Next episode of Big Slam Nation.
Is it going to be possible if I count 1, 2, 3 for us to say all together, Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year? Can we do that? Let's
try it.
Like, nope.
Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year.
I don't
Merry
wish
Christmas
people
and a Happy New Year.
pageantry.
Got it.
No. All right, then we'll do Merry Christmas. All right, fine, Christian.
How about see you at the matches? We could just.
I ain't saying no damn Merry Christmas.
All right, so Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year on the count of 3. You ready?
Okay. Yes. Let's
Happy
do it.
holidays,
this
Happy
is
New
so
Year.
gay.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
Holidays
holidays
and a Happy
New Year.
Oh God, you guys screwed it up, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow us at One Wrestling here.
Merry Christmas.
Please finish your song.
Oh no, that was it. That wasn't a song. That was me just saying it.
Oh, I thought you were
Make
going to
sure
sing
you got it
Merry
there.
Christmas,
Do it under the
Happy Holiday.
That's in sync, isn't it?
I think it was in sync. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Facebook, social media at Facebook, One Wrestling. You can type in One Wrestling. Follow Bill Apter on Facebook. Also, follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow the Professor at PROFPW Hustle. Fame Black. The Nature Boy at Fame Black. OK Fabe at OK Fabe. I'm losing my mind right now. We have A-Track Brown. You can follow him at Pharaoh Fancy, and also Billy Ray Valentine. You can follow him at Billy Ray Hustle, and of course, our partner in crime that's not here tonight with us, and we really miss him. We love you. Have a happy holiday, happy New Year. We have You Got the Show, Bill Schuyler. Follow him on Twitter at You Got the Show. I'm all over the place right now, and of course, the legendary Bill Apter. Guys, if you do not have his book, is Wrestling Fixed? I don't know it was broken. You can go to Amazon.com. You can get it. You can go to your local bookstore, get it hardcover, soft cover, any kind of cover you want, leather cover, metal cover.
It's a great
whatever.
holiday gift.
It is a great holiday gift, a great Festivus. You know, the day before Christmas Eve is Festivus. So that was yesterday, because I'm going to be playing this. This video is going to be produced on New Year's Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fantastic 2015. I guess the first show of the year will be the
Top 10.
The top 10 of the year. So it's going to be really, really cool. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. All jokes aside, I am, this year's been
Another
really.
picture.
No. I'm shooting right now. Like they say in wrestling, I'm shooting. It's been a tough year, but I've had a lot of great things happen to me. I got engaged to an unbelievable woman in Jennifer. I love you very much. I got a new job in a great building with really, really great people. This is me personally. But one of the coolest things that's happened is that I found a group of guys. Now, you had the PW Hustle podcast that is freaking amazing. And I wanted to take that and put that here on OneWrestling.com. But then with that, I got an amazing young talent in Fame Black, who is one of the smartest, quickest witted, like seriously, one of the best people I've ever met. And we talked off the air, and Fame has an interesting background, and I just want to tell you, Fame, in all seriousness, I love you, brother. You are an amazing person. I thank you for coming on. Professor, you are one of the brightest, one of the coolest guys. You have a great sense of humor. I love you very much. You are a great addition to OneWrestling.com. I appreciate you. A-Track Brown, I call you unpredictable, but I think you are the essence of what this One Wrestling family needs. You are unpredictable, but you are also extremely knowledgeable, down to earth, and just one of the realest members of this group, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my very heart. Okay, Fabe, man, I got on the damn podcast, and 5 minutes into the podcast, I heard you talking, and I thought I was listening to a guy that was 75 years old, had been watching wrestling for 70 years.
I get that a lot.
You are an intelligent, bright young man, and some people may not get, maybe they may not get your humor. I think you are one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. I love you, brother. I have only known you for a very short time, but you are one of the kindest, one of the more sincere, humble guys I've ever met. I appreciate you. And Billy Ray Valentine, you are basically my right-hand man in this thing, man. I love you to death, brother. I've known you for well over 10 years, almost 15 years, I think.
It's been a long time.
You hit me up on Twitter about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, and look where we are now. And I just appreciate you so much. You put so much effort into this. And let me tell you guys something. I call Billy Ray Valentine almost every day at work, and I must be annoying, but he always answers my call. He always calls me back. Billy Ray Valentine, thank you so much, brother. I love you very much, like my brother, and I appreciate you. And also, Bill Schuyler, you're not here right now, but you are definitely the old school heart and soul of OneWrestling.com. I want to send you my sincere love to your family, to dude, everything you do, NXT, TNA, whatever we need, Bill Schuyler reports it. And I appreciate you so much. And again, to the legendary Bill Apter, I've said this 1,000 times. Bill, you've been like a father to me. My father passed away a few years ago, and you've always been there for me. I love you to death. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm man enough to say it. You say that I'm your Latino, your Latino nephew, and you're my Jewish uncle. I love you to death. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, being a part of my life when I need you the most. Guys, Big Slam Nation is, like I said in the beginning, when we first did the show, it's a culmination of a whole bunch of different characters. We come here and we provide you wrestling talk, but it's a family. I want to thank all of our Twitter followers, everybody that follows us. 2015 was an awesome year, but again, Guys, we have a lot of big things coming up, so please, we're going to have guests. It's just going to be amazing. So thank you so much. I'm rambling on, so I'm just going to leave it like this. I always say this in every single video, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I would do this for a living, but if I can't, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I absolutely love talking wrestling. We love you. I love my team here, guys. And in the words of the legendary Bill Apter, we'll see you
At the matches.
at the matches.
Matches.
Guys, thank you. Big Slam Nation. Holla.